I find Jacquelynn Kresman's pieces to be very realistic, very exciting, and very dynamic. I find that of all the artists that we handle here in the gallery, that really her pieces are very not only eye-catching but appealing to, I would say, a greater majority of our clientele coming in here.
It's almost photographic in its realism, but on closer inspection it just shows a definitive technique that is hard to describe without actually seeing the painting. When we first saw her work up in the Carmel Gallery, we were impressed with the tide pool work that she was doing at that time. Again, we would look at the tide pools and you could see the animals in the tide pool. They looked alive. You could reach into the water and touch them. I'm a biologist by training also, and I was impressed by Jackie's credentials as a trained biologist. And her work in the tide pool, the organisms were very lifelike and scientifically accurate.
She's different not only from the other artists in the gallery, but from artists anywhere. I mean, she is the only artist that really captures a seascape in this way. There is no other art like this. People mostly say when they come to our gallery that you feel like you're really at the ocean, and when they take the piece home with them, they feel that they have a piece of the ocean in their home. It's like being there. It's amazing. I mean, of all of the artists that we represent, they immediately go to Jacquelynn's work. I mean, they are drawn to it, and it's very special.
A typical reaction is wow. Plain and simple, it's wow. You get a big feeling. You have a lot of seascape artists everywhere, but it's the realism, the adding of, you can see kelp in there, which you see when you're at the ocean. You can see the waves, the foam, the sand. The sand is amazing in and of itself.
Ocean foam is it's just so realistic that you feel like you've been to that beach before. You know that stretch of ocean along Carmel or maybe San Diego. You've been to that section of beach before.
And even though Jacquelynn Kresman's work is considered and is contemporary, there's still a great sense of spirituality and tradition in her work that is very appealing.
This is a Kresman wave and ocean painting that is a bit different than her other ones, but quite Kresman in the fact that you have a sunset which combines more of a shadowing effect of how the sunsets take place in typical beach areas where you have the clouds converging with both the skylight of the day ending and the night starting, along with the waves breaking all the way close to shore, with all the foreground, the middle, and the horizon in focus, and it has quite a dramatic effect.
I feel that in her pieces there's a lot of the artist in there, of her own inner feelings, how she feels about life and nature and the world. I see the changes in the artist herself and what she's going through in her own life with the new pieces that come into the gallery. And we're thrilled to have her in our gallery, and we do very, very well with her paintings.